Good morning, everyone. Today I'd like to share a eulogy with you. It's about words and feelings and emotions which are beautifully portrayed in this eulogy a granddaughter has written for her grandfather. I have changed the names to hide the identity, and I will share it with you now. It's an example of how you can honour someone's life through words. John Smith, Smithy Dad Pop, Great Pop, born the 27th of January 1936 in England, a brother to Brenda, Bill and Craig, a father to Brian, Renee, Kate, Mary, David and Tina. A man of the sea, joining the British Navy at age 15, serving 3 years before transferring to the Australian Navy for the next 6. And during this time, John found his pearl of the sea, Jane. And on the 4th of April in 1958, John and Jane promised one another forever, and this is how long their love would be. In the years to follow, the family grew, the generations evolved, but the Smith lessons remained. She continues on, your actions guided our life, our choices and our hopes. And you watched on from the wings, knowing all, but saying very little, ensuring we learned from our challenges and were there to support us as we grew from them all. You were the glue. You held us together in all our pieces and taught us what it meant for our family to be complete. Now we all know that the boss sat at the top of the table, but there you were, a humble hand to hold, a gracious gentleman that adored her soul in its entirety. A love we would watch, feel, and only dream of in our own lives. We would all get lost in the endless stories of unconditional love, life, and experiences you shared together and about one another. A true fairy tale. And growing up, there was never a hesitation to visit Nan and Pop's house. Instead, as we raced down Brown Avenue to be the first to knock on the door, we would find Nan and Pop waiting, greeting us with our full name. And suddenly, we were home. It was the Jaffa jar, the pokey machine, the frangipani tree and the backyard bench that created a sense of belonging in their home and in our hearts. The cricket matches moved from the side of the house in Maclean to the sunny backyard in Brisbane, with the number 1 rule staying the same. 6 and out if you hit it into Pop's garden. Oh, and you need to sneak into the bushes to get the ball without being seen. For his garden was a true representation of his soul, simple, refined, flourishing and beautiful in all seasons, and one which could survive any storm. For those who shared this passion, let the seeds he planted in your homes continue to grow. Let his soul shine and his colour be your light. As a family, most of us have one thing in common, and that was Pop was our favourite human. And while we all competed for top spot with a cheeky grin and witty tone, we would always be reminded there are no favourites in this house. And the truth is, he had a favourite in us all. Whether you cooked his favourite lasagna, schnitzel, roast or dessert, were his favourite daily 5:30pm call, $5 pokies partner, Betty's burger date, a soldier he could share a story with, or a fellow Bronco supporter. We each had a unique place in his heart. And today we aren't just saying goodbye to the man who made our family complete, but we're all saying goodbye to our best friend. The past year, your body and mind faced one of its hardest battles, but your stubborn soul prevailed time and time again. And when anybody told you that you couldn't, you showed us all that you would. You would be there for one last life chat, one last game of cards with the great-grandchildren. You would be there to put together one last piece of the puzzle and for one final handshake. We admire your strength, and I had the honour of hearing where it came from. As you whispered, Sally Ann, my family saved me. So sailor, as we set out to sea for the final time, that the tide take your soul adrift. Swim to her, and together swim and be free. That was an incredible story and a wonderful way to honour a life. Stay tuned.